Happy Thursday. One team is set for the National League Championship while the rest of the divisional series play out in Major League Baseball. The Mets advance to the NLCS with a 4-1 win over Philadelphia. New York wins the series 3-1. Detroit used 5 pitchers to shut out the Guardians in a 3-0 win. Tigers can clinch today. Yankees also have a chance to move on to the American League Championship Series with a 3-2 win over Kansas City last night. A win would move New York to the next round today. The Dodgers put a hurting on the San Diego Padres last night to tie that divisional series 2 apiece. 8-0 the final score. Dodgers went deep. They finally, 3 Dodgers that is, went deep. They'll finally finish up that series tomorrow in a winner-take-all at 5:08 in the afternoon. That'll be on Fox. Well, as it turns out, folks with access to Seattle TV market will be able to watch the Seahawks and 49ers tonight. Apparently, Q13 Fox paid the NFL a healthy sum to have access to the game broadcast tonight, so those without streaming services can see it there. The rest can watch the game on Amazon Prime Video. That kickoff underway at Lumen Field. After upsetting 10th-ranked Michigan last week, the Huskies have another Big Ten test on the road Saturday morning. The Iowa Hawkeyes play host to the Dogs on Fox Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. Washington State plays at Fresno State. That'll be Saturday afternoon at 4 o'clock on FS1. Eastern Washington's coming off a bye and trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. They'll be at Sacramento State Saturday night at 6. That's available on ESPN+. Central Washington's back home at Tomlinson Field trying to win their 5th game in a row against the University of Texas Permian Basin. That kickoff Saturday is at 6 o'clock. The Wenatchee Wild will be on the road in Western Hockey League action in Victoria this weekend, but they're already looking ahead. David Rayfield is preparing for his annual campout on the balcony of the Town Toyota Center to raise money and awareness for veterans. He caught up with Dan Kuntz on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley the other morning, talking about how the whole thing got started.
It's just a crazy idea, and supporting our veterans is really what it came from. The first year, my goal was 500 tickets, and I was out there a long time. It was my first year back with the team, and actually, it was like middle of the season, so I was just calling everybody I could just to...
I remember that. It was like in February.
Yeah, it was a cold one, so I just kept cold calling. Luckily, now I've kind of created some relationships, but I also upped my goal 500 more, so we're at 1,000 now, so it's a lot of camping.
And at least it's a little bit warmer, relatively speaking, the first week in November than it is the first week in February. Just kidding.
Yeah, certainly. Weather really doesn't bother me. If I was a single guy without a kid, I would have no problem. I stay out there for a month, no issues. But I like getting home to my family after a long day at work, and that's a pretty important aspect. So that's really the sacrifice there. But being my 5th season, I've spent currently 16 days out there and raised over $14,000. So once I reach my goal, hopefully we're only at a total of 17 days and $18,000. But
well, the best thing to do is you start the camp out. When is the actual date that you start?
Yeah, so I'm going to start after our home game on the 20th, so the 21st, that's a Monday. And hopefully I'm not out there too long because we have a game on the 25th, our Halloween game. So as you said before, I got a lot to do behind the scenes on planning these games and making sure intermissions and stuff are lined up. So hopefully I'm not out there too long.
Rayfield's camp out to sell tickets for a game in November during Military Appreciation Night.
Tickets are $17. You get tickets into the Wild Zone, and $4 of each ticket goes to the Thomas A. Biddle Foundation and our local Veterans Hall. So like I said before, through all of these years, we'll have raised over $18,000 by doing this promotion. And it's usually just people that were going to buy tickets for their company anyway. So if there's business owners out there that are wanting to treat their staff to an amazing night, you can come watch hockey and support your veterans at the same time. So it's a win-win.
Rayfield says his brethren, marketing folks across the Western Hockey League, are raised eyebrows about his promotion, but he says he wouldn't miss it for the world.
Hey, we're Wenatchee. We're going to do it our way, and we're going to make our Military Appreciation Night as big as possible because it's well respected in our community, and it needs to be. So it's one of my favorite nights to do as a marketer and as an American, really.
How do people know when they buy their $17 ticket that they're getting it through you? Because they go, yeah, okay, I want to be a part of David's thing and not just, oh, I bought a ticket for the 9th not knowing this was going on.
Yeah, so one, I have my own ticket link. So that information's out on our website. Austin's written a story for me. There's QR codes, and then I have my phone, I have my computer set up on that balcony. So you can call directly to Wild Office, you'll get transferred to me, and I'll process your ticket directly. Or you can even come up and see me. Some people come visit, some people bring me food, hot cocoa, so it's really nice. I do get fed well up there. A lot of people providing burgers, and Jimmy John's is always great, so that's a good
And
part.
keep in mind, David does take care of personal hygiene. That's also taken care of. You pop in for a quick shower, like.
Yes,
Please tell me
certainly.
you pop in for
Yes, there's not a 5-gallon bucket out on the balcony. Don't worry. There's a bathroom just 10 yards away, so I do slip inside every once in a while. But other than that, I got to be on the phones. It takes some time to sell 1,000 tickets. You know, I appreciate the companies that buy 50 plus, or even the companies that buy 5, but it takes time. Even processing orders, you know, sometimes could take up to 15 minutes. So you do a bunch of those in a day, it's all of a sudden the sun's going down and it's getting cold and businesses are closed.
You can call the Wild Office or drop by WenatcheeWildHockey.com for more information. The campout begins October 21st. Well, Big 9 football takes center stage on the NCWLIFE channel once again tomorrow night. The cameras and our crew will be at Wildcat Stadium for the Eastmont Wildcats and Eisenhower Cadets. Due to the candidate interviews that's airing on TV this week at 6 o'clock following the newscast at 6:30, we won't be able to show you the pregame on TV. However, if you want to watch it, just go to our stream on our Facebook page starting at 6:30 with yours truly and Grant Olson. Wenatchee will be on the road tomorrow night at West Valley at 7 o'clock. Davis hosts Sunnyside. Moses Lake has a non-league game at home against Post Falls, Idaho. CWAC play tomorrow night features Ellensburg at Quincy at 7. East Valley hosts Toppenish. Grandview visits Sela. Prosser plays a non-league game at Royal Ephrata. Will host Othello Saturday night at 6 o'clock. Cashmere will try to bounce back from its loss to Royal last week with another tough test on the road at Zilla tomorrow night. Another SCAC play. Connell is at Count of Benton. Walook hosts College Place, and Wapato visits Natchez Valley. Chelan plays host to Manson tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Omac's at Liberty Bell, and Brewster plays host to Cashmere, or to, not Cashmere, how about Cascade? There you go. Other 2B games tomorrow night have Bridgeport at Etihad at 7, while Tonasca hosts Okanagan at 8. Pateros has an early kickoff tomorrow at 4:30 against Moses Lake Christian. Soap Lake visits Oroville at 5 o'clock. Waterville Mansfield is on the road at traditional powerhouse LaConner Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock. Prep girls soccer schedule began earlier today. Chelan at Okanagan, Brewster hosting Omak, Manson traveling to Lake Roosevelt, Bridgeport hosting Pateros, Liberty Bell at Oroville. The later games have East Valley at Ephrata, while Royal hosts Cashmere. Moses Lake Christian's volleyball team is hosting Thorpe this afternoon. Soap Lake is at Easton tonight. 6:30 matches have Omak at Brewster, Bridgeport's hosting Pateros, Manson's at Okanagan, Tonasca takes on Lake Roosevelt, Etihad visits Oroville, and Waterville Mansfield plays at Garden City Academy. CWAC play tonight. Quincy visits East Valley, while Ephrata hosts Ellensburg. Cashmere travels to Royal. Wenatchee has a big tilt with Davis. Wenatchee High School, the location, looking to remain unbeaten in Big 9 play and get a little payback for that loss to the Pirates in the Sundome back in September. Moses Lake hosts Sunnyside, while Eastmont is at Eisenhower. Coming up tomorrow, we're going to have a story about a wakeboarding family from Cashmere that's at the Wake Surfing Championships of the World happening in Fort Worth, Texas. That's Sports News. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Thursday.